functions in C language. So any function is a self-contained block of statements to do a specific task. So we have two types of functions: library functions, user-defined functions. Library functions are predefined functions or standard functions or built-in functions. Scanf, printf, clrscr, pow, sqrt, and they are all standard functions. The meaning and purpose of standard functions cannot be changed. POW, you have to use it for power, sqrt to calculate square root. All these standard functions are defined in the concerned header files. POW is defined in math.h, clrscr is defined in conio.h, scanf is defined in stdio.h. C supports many built-in functions, and all the functions are divided into various categories based on their purpose. All string related functions are in string.h, mathematical related functions in math.h, the second one is user-defined functions, the functions written by the programmer. Why do we need user-defined functions? If your purpose is not solved by the existing functions in C language, you can create your own functions. Take an example. I want to find cube root of any number. To find square root of any number, we have function sqrt. To calculate cube root, we don't have function. Create it. You can create your own functions. We can even create our own header files in C language. So now we are going to discuss user-defined functions. What are the various parts in user-defined functions? As you are creating a function, you need to specify the name of the function. What is the purpose of creating the function? Are you using the parameters or not? So we have three elements: function definition, function declaration, and function call. Look at function definition. The function which we are going to create must be defined either before the main program or after the main program. The basic logic, you are supposed to put it in function definition. Your purpose of creating the function, you have to specify in function definition. So look at the basic syntax. In general syntax, this is not the one for all the prototypes. We have 4 prototypes in functions. A simple example here. The function definition, you need to specify data type. If there is no return value, then always the data type must be void. Void is also a data type, followed by function name, and within parentheses, if you have parameters, you need to specify parameters, and within braces you are supposed to put the purpose of defining, purpose of creating the function. That is the logic. You have to put it within brackets. So function header, data type, function name, and the parameters. The data type can be anything, and function name must be a valid variable name. So parameters are list of variables, you need to put it within parentheses, and all the variables must be separated by comma. Look at the example: void add, add is the name of the function, int a comma int b. You need to put semicolon over there. And in function declaration, few people use the notation void add int comma int. In function declaration, in function definition, this is function definition, no need of any semicolon here. So function body consists of the set of instructions, the logic. You have to put it within braces. And here the function declaration, this part 2. You need to declare the function inside the main, and few people they do it outside the main also. So function declaration, the basic syntax is data type space function name and within brackets variable declaration. It must end with semicolon. And the next is function call. Once function defined must be called. The existence of any particular function comes into picture once you make a function call. And the syntax is function name, open the brackets, close the brackets, and semicolon. If it is without parameters. If it is with parameters, function name within brackets, specify the parameters, and semicolon. So we have 4 prototypes: functions with no parameters and no return values. This is prototype 1. Look at the example. What is the function name here? ADD. The statement before main is your declaration statement. Void ADD semicolon is your function declaration. It can be outside main or it can be inside main. Look at the function call. ADD semicolon is your function call. A function is called in the main program, and this is your calling area. The function definition is on the right hand side. This is your called area, and what is the name of the function? ADD, and some logic is there to find sum of 2 numbers. Look at that return. No need of using return here basically, so no confusion regarding this. Empty return is of no use, so you can skip the return in the function definition part. As we don't have any parameters here, no data is transferred from calling function to called function. Prototype 2, function with parameter and no return values. Look at the example here, and here the function name is ADD. Look at the function declaration before main, void ADD within brackets int m comma int n semicolon. As I told you earlier, few people don't specify the variables in function declaration. They do write void ADD within brackets int comma int semicolon. So function call is ADD m comma n semicolon, and function definition is void ADD int a comma int b, and brackets are open and closed. Look at the declaration part in function definition. Int a and b are declared within the brackets, and assume sum, which you use to calculate sum of 2 numbers, is declared within the block, within the function body. And here mn are the actual parameters and ab are the formal parameters. We can use the same name. We can use, instead of mn, we can also use ab here also. So the values of mn are passed to a and b. Prototype 3, functions with no parameters with return values. Functions with no parameters and with return values. So what is the name of the function? ADD. Look at the declaration, int ADD. It's not void ADD. Int ADD semicolon is your function declaration before main. So this clearly shows that you are going to use return statement in the function definition. That is your function definition, which is on the right hand side. Look at the function call also. inside the main, result is equal to ADD, and that is to be observed here. And in the function definition part, return sum. The return sum, the SUM value is passed to result, the variable which is used over there. So there is no data transfer from the calling function to called function, but there is data transfer from called function to calling function. The sum value is returned to the main program and the result is displayed in the main program. And prototype 4, functions with parameters and with return values, the same example. So there is a mistake here, there is a mistake in the function declaration. Look at the declaration before main. Int add int comma int semicolon must be there, but that is missing here, so note it down. Look at the function definition on the right hand side. Int add and return sum. The sum value is passed to return to main program. So there is a mistake in function declaration, you make some corrections here. So we have data transfer between calling function and called function. You can find 2 more videos in functions. You go to playlist, functions part 1 and part 2, and I give you videos recursion on recursion and call by value, call by reference. You can find those videos in playlist.